All right, shalom, shalom. It's a brother Kushab coming back at you another lesson. Now, before I get started, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Mikakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and others of great millstone, who taught me this truth and rule well. And peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect, as well as those that believe in the gospel. And may you endure to the end, Lord willing. All right. And as you can see, all right, just a small clip finna play from the brother page, all right, GMS Watchman. And the question brother posed, man, all right, are you Israelites ready for this type of scenario? Listen to what is being said.
Fight! 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 We got time. Come on. Hey, we are in the fight for the soul of our nation. We are in a fight for our kids and our grandkids, a fight that we can never imagine. I believe wholeheartedly Donald Trump and Butler County's J.D. Vance are the last chance to save our country politically. I'm afraid if we lose this one, it's going to take a civil war to save the country, and it will be saved. It's the greatest experiment in the history of mankind. And if we come down to a civil war, I'm glad we got people like Schmitty and the Bikers for Trump on our side.
You see? And this is what's coming, all right? You have what we call buzzwords, okay? They're literally telling these people, hey, if we lose this election, be ready for civil war, all right? We've been saying this, since the start of the year, all right? Even last year, that, hey, when election time roll around again, all right, and they don't put this guy Trump in there, all right, all hell's going to break loose. You see, and this is what the elites want, all right? This is exactly what the elites want, you see? And we prophesy about this all the time, all right? But it seems unrealistic to a lot of people, you see? Because as the question was posed, are you Israelites ready for this type of scenario? And the question is no, all right? Majority of you jakes that have guns or whatever, you're not ready for what these what we call patriots, all right? These those that fall under the banner of being a quote unquote Republican, all right? Those who are for Trump, all right? You're not ready for what these people are getting ready to bring on the streets, man. You see? We're talking about neighborhoods, man, cities, okay? When people have, these Edomites, man, they were blessed with the sword, all right? They have 10 to 15 guns in each house, all right? Garage is full of ammo, man, all right? Jake ain't got that, you see? Which is why we hope in the Lord, all right? We hope that, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, you see? Yeah, we're going to have to defend ourselves or whatever we got, but, hey, at the end of the day, it's going to be the Lord that save us, from these things, all right? But are you ready for civil war, You see what this guy is, he's, what we call is getting everybody pumped up for it, you see? And there's a lot of talking points, all right? A lot of things changing, okay, since this guy, Joe Biden, has actually stepped down, all right? Which he's supposed to make his first appearance, all right? I'm still waiting to see, all right? Because this guy might be dead, man, all right? Might be, okay? Because we haven't seen him, all right? Now, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, that's what I was saying, all right? Even with this Kamala Harris thing, all right? Now it's, painting a picture, all right? You had two old guys in there. Now you put this young, all right? And then it's funny how Salakia, and it's funny how they changed it. I saw this post a couple of years ago. She was an Indian American, all right, and all of a sudden she's a black woman. You see, the dang Salakia, I forget what they call it. All right, but the card is being pulled. All right, in order for them to do anything to win this election. Okay, and it's a new talking point. All right, is if you're on social media, you see different people complain about, oh, two old white men going at it. Well, now you put a younger woman, all right, a younger and what's his so-called black woman. Right now, they can go at Trump about him being old. You see, and which that was Trump's old thing was Biden's old. You know, he don't know what he's doing. He don't know where he's going. How is he going to make decisions? Well, now the script has been flipped to you. All right, which makes it more appealing. All right, to the American people's eye. Right, and I want to say this too. Back in that 2016 election, you know, you had a higher popular vote for Hillary than Trump. All right, but Trump won the electoral states. All right, which is a whole different lesson, you know. But just to show that, hey, man, all right, people would rather side with a woman than to see Trump get back in there. All right, and you best believe that they're popping it off. All right, especially for her to be the Democratic nominee. You see, so she can definitely draw draw out the black vote. All right, you got all of these black women, this black Salakia for the word black, but this is what the world calls it. All right, we're not black people. All right, just a little disclaimer. All right, people of color. All right, we're not black. We're not the color black. We're brown. All right, different hues of brown. All right, just a little disclaimer. But you know, so-called black women, all right, the woman empowerment movement, okay? This is all going to fall in line, right in line with it, you see? And, oh, we can put some another so-called black person in there because we haven't since Obama, right? It's all kind of, you know, it's political theater, all right? We know this, it's smoke and mirrors because behind closed doors, they all do the same thing, right? And they all being controlled by the elites. Okay, I just wanted to bring that up to show that, you know, this chick, she can actually win. All right, which is why you had this guy saying fight, 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 fight. You see? There's another article, right? And just to show that the people are the donors, all right, the big wigs, all right, they're actually behind her. It said, how did Harris raised $231 million within one day. $231 million for a campaign, man, in one day. You see? Within 24 hours after Joe Biden decided to end his campaign, support by donors to this extent is expected to boost her prospects ahead of the party's national convention in August. There is opposition to her receiving the presidential nomination, and this is expected to strengthen her case, right? Because, you know, she still has to ultimately be nominated, all right? But, you know, just speculation. You know, if she actually gets in there and wins, all right, all hell is going to break loose, all right? Which was prophesied in the book of Esdras, okay? And I'm going to read it in the GNT, all right, as I never really heard it in the GNT till the brother read it, like maybe that was Saturday at camp, all right, a lesson before that or such. Okay, but this is Second Esdras 15, in verse 14. It says the world, in the Good News translation, it says the world and the people in it are doomed. The war that will bring their destruction is very near. Nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations, and there will be great political turmoil. You see? So like you're a little tired, but it said there will be great political turmoil. All right, let me see what this word turmoil is. Of an uncertain origin, perhaps an altercation. Right. Definition of turmoil. Uncertainty, a state of great disturbance, confusion, or uncertainty. You see, of great disturbance. So there'll be great political turmoil with one group trying to overpower another and gain control. while ignoring the legitimate government. All right. Now we always reference this new movie that came out in April called Civil War. All right, because through revelation of the method, we know that what these people do, they put things in movies and then they actually happen in real life. You see? And this is what's getting ready to happen. All right. Even the brother Raya was making good points, with with Trump's running mate. All right. This guy named JD Vance. All right. When you compare him to the actual president from the Civil War movie, they look like goddamn twins, man. You see? So we know perfectly what's going on. All right. You just got to have your head on a swivel. All right. Staying sober and vigilant and paying attention to what the hell is going on, man. All right. Because things can change very fast. Things can happen very quickly. You see, you just have to pay attention, Jake. All right. It's all through the will of the Lord. All right. And we know the secrets and we know what the will of the Lord is. All right. Matter of fact, let me get, this is Paul, letter to the Ephesians. Right. It's always a good reference. It's chapter 5, right, verse 15. It says, so be careful how you live. Don't live like ignorant people, but like wise people. Make good use of every opportunity you have because these are evil days. Don't be fools then, but try to find out what the Lord wants you to do. All right, but that was the point in 15. All right, be careful how you live. Don't live like ignorant people, man. All right, why? Because we understand ultimately what the will of the Lord is, right? Now, this is the book of Isaiah. All right, very prophetic chapter. All right, chapter 19, verse 2. It says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. All right, which is, spiritually speaking about the Americans, man. All right, because we're here in the land of Egypt. Well, not the land of Egypt, but, spiritually Egypt, which Egypt, all it means is bondage. All right, slavery, the house of bondage. You see? So it says, I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. All right, the Americans against the Americans. All right, why? Because there will be great political turmoil. You see? Get back to the second Esdras 15 and 16, right? There were great political turmoil. One group trying to overpower another and gain control while ignoring the legitimate government. All right. And they already, even in that movie, they had, California and Texas seceding from the U.S. All right. Man, it was fitting perfectly. Beautiful. You see? Hey, we clearly got a sneak peek at what civil war here in America will look like, But back in Isaiah 19 and 2, it says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. They shall fight, everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor. City against city and kingdom against kingdom, right? So this is what it's going to be, city against city, all right? Because I believe in this, you believe in that, you're my enemy, right? They even had the scene in there with a guy asking, well, what kind of American are you? You see? Because why? The Lord is going to have a different spirit, all right, on these people who believe in this society, who believe in democracy, all right, to pick or choose a side, you see? And whatever side that's fall on, all right, you're going to be an enemy to the other side, all right? And they're going to kill each other. You see? Okay? Now, right, verse 17, it says, there will no longer be free access to the cities because the struggle for power will bring destruction, terror, and total confusion where people live. All right, and that's the point, okay? And I'll read 19 too. It says, driven by famine and terrible suffering, people will assault their neighbors and mercilessly plunder their possessions, all right? Because even, people going to pick sides, all right? They're going to turn on each other too, because it's going to get to a point to where they won't have access. You think somebody's going to be driving trucks to deliver goods to the grocery stores in the times of Civil War, man? No, man, stores will be looted, Okay, food's only gonna last a certain amount of time. All right, whether it be a couple weeks, couple months, whatever it be, you know. And after that, people are gonna start turning on themselves, man. All right, it's gonna be a evil time, as the scriptures say. You see, but that was pretty much it, right? I ended off in this Mark. So like it for all the different Bible apps. Well, this is Mark chapter 3. Is it 16 or 26? Right. Yep. It's Mark chapter 16, verse 23. And Shahawashai speaking in red, it says, and he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. All right, which is, in the NLT, it says a kingdom divided by civil war will collapse. Ooh, that's heavy. You see? A kingdom divided by civil war will collapse. All right, you had this guy, all right, at the Trump, whatever it was, saying fight, speaking of words, the buzzwords, man, civil war. You see? But a nation that's divided against a nation, all right, a civil war happened here in America. That's it. You see, everything is going to completely collapse, man. All right. In this verse 25, it says, and if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but had an end. You see, and we're at the end. All right. We're at the end of the so-called white man's rulership, you see. He has an end, all right? Now, the NLT, it says, similarly, a family splintered by feuding will fall apart. And if Satan is divided and fights against himself, how can he stand? He will never survive, all right? So these people won't survive, man, all right? It's only going to get worse from here. So are you prepared for this scenario? All right. Are you Israelites and sincere? Are you prepared for this scenario, man? All right. Because it very well can go down in a couple of months. You see? And they're already telling you with this IT thing, that happened last week. All right. They're already telling you, hey, we was just testing and updating to make sure this don't happen for the election. Well, what if it happened? You see? So, hey, man, stay vigilant, stay sober, all right, because this man's kingdom is getting ready to end, all right? And it's ending soon, you see? Sooner than we think, all right? Because once we just waiting on Civil War, Jacob's Trouble, all right? Once that pops off, hey, you can call it a wrap, man. The MOTB will be right around the corner, you see? Well, it'll be knocking at the door once that pops off, Because why? In order to get everything back in order, all right, order ab KO, all right, order out of chaos, it has to be chaotic, you see? And that's when they're going to usher in, all right, their new system, okay, the NW0, right? Yeah, man, so that was pretty much it. Lord willing, I don't want to that was edifying. To the next time I say Shalom.